Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Leslie with Leslie Quilts, and we are here to start our fall session, and I am so excited about our kickoff here. I had recorded all of this fun stuff, and then my audio went out. So I have no idea what happened. It's crazy to me. So I am going to do it this way, and I at least have all of the wonderful cutting, and so I did some voiceover. So we're going to do it this way this week. Of course, you know, no better way to kick off something than than this way, but we're all here and we're gonna have a great time. So welcome to the channel. If this is your first sew along, welcome, and you're gonna have so much fun. So last week we did starching. This week we are all about cutting, and I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to do that. So let's get started. What we're gonna do first is grab a few supplies. This is what I use to make my job easier. So get some Wonder Clips. Then you're going to want to get some trays or something to organize all of your pieces. I got these on Amazon, and I think they are just perfect. They stack on top of each other, so it makes it a lot easier if you're organizing your blocks. You can use these. So I will put a link to these in my description below so that you can grab those as you have them. But they are really nice. Okay, and one of the other things that I think is really important, you need to have some kind of labels. These labels are really tiny, and I can hardly even see them to get started, but you're going to want some labels because the labeling system in this pattern is not like most patterns that we've been using. So like your normal A, B, C, D, like what you get on like Alpha Biddies or Alpha Clippies. We're going to be using something just a little bit different. Krista's written this to make it really easy for us. So you're going to want to look at that last column in the pattern and make sure you're not looking at the crib size or the wall size. You want to look at the throw size. And so the throw size, it's all organized pretty well. And so we're going to start with that last column. And that last column is going to give us our labels. And we're going to, let me see if I can find a little corner here. I think I've got one here. Sometimes it's hard to find. But we're going to start labeling these according to what she has. So like A11 and so forth. So we're just going to go down and create our labels here and do that all the way down for all of the labels that you're going to need. So now what we're going to do is take our 12 fat quarters. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to give you a couple of different options, but we've got, 12 here. We're going to take about 3 at a time. I want to work efficiently. I don't want to work not smart, if that makes sense. So we're going to take 3 fat quarters at a time. We're going to move the rest of these out of the way for now. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I go about this, but first I'm going to show you my favorite way. Then I'll show you my least favorite way. But we want to line these up as good as we can. Of course, when you starch fabric, especially fat quarters, they get a little bit wonky, especially after you, mess with them enough and, go back and forth. But we're going to fold these in half once we have them relatively straight. Sorry, my head's in the way. We're going to create a crease there at the bottom. And we're going to create a nice fold. And we're going to use the Stripology XL Ruler. And if you don't have a Stripology XL Ruler in your arsenal, you're going to want to get one because it just makes jobs like this so much easier. When you have so much cutting and piecing to do, this makes this process go so much faster. And one of the things that I like to do, you gotta get it even on the mat, find a good reference point on the mat so that you can then line up one of the lines on the Stripology XL Ruler and make sure that you have that, in line. Now, of course, one of the next things we're gonna need to do is move the ruler over. So our 0 line is to the left, and we can trim that left-hand side off to give us a nice straight edge. So that's what we're looking at here. And then one of the other things I like to do is go ahead, and Stripology has some really neat stickers. These are little arrows that's telling me exactly where I need to cut. So I don't have to think about it at all. I'm just going to take my pattern and I'm going to say, okay, out of each fat quarter, she is telling us that we need to cut a 3.5 inch strip, another 3.5 inch strip. So you see those here, then a 2.5 inch strip, then a 1.5 inch strip, and then another 1.5 inch strip. So I've gone ahead and marked these on the ruler so I don't have to worry about it. This is all, it takes all the brain work out of it. Now the rest of it will be used for scraps in the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and take that clean cut on the left side to give me a straight edge. And then I'm going to go at 3.5. I'm going to get that next cut at 7. You see that next cut happening at 10 or 9.5. And then you've got one at 11 and then another at 12.5. So that gives you all the strips that you need super fast. So you can kind of see these here. I'm going to tear those apart. I didn't get that one very good. Make sure that that gets cut apart. Okay, now we've got that separated. And now I just like to stack these on top of each other and put those out of the way. So we've done that first step, and we'll move that scrap piece out of the way as well. Now I'm going to show you how to do it what we call the old-fashioned way. We're going to take that same piece of fabric. I'm just going to use one here, and then we're going to use our Creative Grids ruler, the large Creative Grids ruler. And you can either use, whatever you have, as long as it's, 18 inches, 12 inches, I think even would work here. But we're going to line that up on the bottom, and we're going to take a clean cut over to the left. And then we're just going to be cutting like normal. So starting with the 3.5 inch strip, according to those directions. Then we're going to do another 3.5 inch strip. You can kind of see how fast this goes. Not so much as fast as Stripology. Then we're going to do a strip at 2.5 inches. And then we're going to do 2 more strips at the 1.5 inch marks. So you can see how much slower it is to cut this way. So I definitely recommend if you can get a Stripology ruler, it will make your life so much easier, especially when you have so many things to have to cut. So we're going to move that scrap out of the way and stack these up. Now we're just going to repeat the process with all of the rest of our fat quarters. So we're going to go ahead and do all of our strips. We're going to cut those now. We've got all of our strips ready to go, and now it's going to be time for us to take these and get them subcut for our next step. So here we go. Okay, now we have all of our strips ready to be subcut, and I like to keep them in order in which we're going to be cutting them into their sub segments. So we've got the 3.5 inch first, we've got the 2.5 inch, and the 2 1.5 inch strips at the end. So I'm going to stack these. You want to kind of stagger them because you don't want them right on top of each other because they do have specific segments that they're going to be need to subcut into. So we're going to start with that first 3.5 inch strip segment. And how to do this, we're going to lay this out, and you want to find a reference point on your mat and just line it up and make sure that you can find a good line to line that fabric up on. And you're going to stack them just kind of substack them though. You don't want them right on top of each other. So take each one of your strip segments and find a new line of reference to line up your fabric. And I like to just stagger them this way, and that way you're not having to have them right on top of each other in a specific order. Okay, now we're going to line up our Stripology ruler just like we did before, finding our reference line, lining it up against that bottom edge, and making sure that we give ourselves room on the left side to give us our straight cut. Now this is where I start reorganizing my arrows, because it's going to tell us exactly where we need to go. So this is telling us we need 4.5 inch rectangles. So 4.5 inch by 3.5 inch. So your strip is 3.5 inches. And now we're going to create an arrow at 4.5 inches, one at 9 inches, another at 13.5 inches, and the last at 18. So you'll see that here. So we're going to be moving these little arrows out of the way and placing them where we need them so that we create all of our cuts the way they need to be. So these little stickers come in super handy. You can get these you can even get these on Amazon. I'll make sure to link those in my Amazon shop so that you can find them. Okay, so now it is time to cut. So let me move my camera a little bit so that you can see. So we're going to take that first cut on our 0 line. Then we're going to go to our 4.5, our first arrow, then our second arrow, third arrow, and make sure you double check where you're placing your fingers. You don't want to have them anywhere near where you're going to be running your blade. Okay, so there you can see that we've got all of our squares, our rectangles actually, trimmed and cut and ready to go. So we're going to stack those up, no particular order. We're going to make sure that we put those together, and then we're going to grab our label for that first section of cuts. And this one was the A11. Stick it on there just like that. And we're going to place it on our little tray and keep everything nice and organized. There you have it. Okay, so there you have it. Our first week is behind us. Great job. Just keep cutting. The rest of the process is just the same. It's just you don't want to sit here and watch me cut fabric forever and ever. So go get your rotary cutter. Make sure you use a fresh blade. That is going to be my biggest tip of the day. Get your fresh blade on your rotary cutter and make some beautiful cuts, because we're going to be back next week piecing some things together, and it'll make it so much easier. So I will see you back here next week. Happy cutting. See ya.